Thanks for joining us again. Daniel Thomas Show here. Dan, you got something on your mind?
I do. Something that was sent to us, a couple different things. And this is, when you are in a relationship, what is okay to spend on your own without having to talk to your significant other? Now, here's the thing about this. This isn't just relationships like you're dating someone or you're married or you're engaged to somebody, but even like your roommates. Like if you went and said, hey, I bought this for the house, what is the appropriate amount of money that you could spend that wouldn't be, hey, what are you doing? I don't want to have anything to do with that. I didn't want a $3,000 towel holder. You know what I mean? So, but what brought this up, and multiple people sent this to us, was the woman goes out and said, listen, I got a new handbag, honey, and because I just got a job, I wanted to let you know that I wanted to treat myself. And he says, how much? And she says, $7. And he goes,
$700. Okay. He wasn't comfortable with it, but he was going to be okay.
No, 7,000. So he loses his mind. Okay. And on a hat, you just got a job. Well, I wanted to treat myself, and it was normally $10,000, and I got it for $7,000. I just saved us $3,000. And he's like, no, you didn't. You're going to take it back. But the point is that what is the figure? What's the figure that you can spend that you have no problem with? Now, dating someone, if you you have a relationship, and I've done this a lot where I say, hey, we're going to go someplace. We're going to go, you're going to go to the store. Can you get t-shirts? Can you get me some underwear? Whatever. Okay. I'm just using hypothetical. And what's the most I can spend? $100, $200, things like that. So that's given out there. You know what I mean?
There's a communication of, hey, this is all right. I've got $200 for whatever.
$7,000 though is insane.
All right. So we're 30 plus years of marriage.
Now, what's the most you've spent without running it by your wife?
My wife and I are both fairly conservative financially, so I mean, it is one of those situations where I've spent $1,000 without asking her, and I say that before you all start lighting it up. Oh, he had to ask his wife to spend $1,000. There are times that $1,000 is going to be a lot of money for a couple.
Yeah, absolutely.
So understand that this wasn't like the second year of marriage and we're struggling to make rent or anything of this nature. Things were in a good position at that point in time that $1,000 wasn't going to change our lifestyle. We weren't going to miss a rent payment or not make.
Was it Chuck Connors, or was it something with security, or was it something with the bikes, or what was it?
It was a bike.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So it was a mountain bike, and in the mountain bike world, a $1,000 bike is not a lot of money. I will say it.
Oh my gosh. We talked today, and you were telling me stories about different biking companies that have just gone out of business, folded up shop, and were easily $6,000 to $10,000 bicycles.
Correct. Yeah.
And that's the wild thing. And I'll tell you, one of the most wild stories. His sister, who her and her husband have a successful company, done well, but she bought a very expensive bicycle, not a motorcycle,
triathlon bike.
Okay.
Yes.
And went down to Huntington Beach one day, locked it on the back of the truck, and went and got lunch, came back from lunch, and the bike was stolen. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Yeah. Oh, did he kill her? What did he do? Is she dead? It's like, where's your sister? Okay. And, and everybody was understanding, but filed a police report, and the insurance company wrote her a check for that. And I was like, wow, that is insane. You should never do that. But somebody in broad daylight, this wasn't at night, it wasn't a bad area. It was somebody had the balls to go and cut a lock and take that's a conquistador bike, and somebody knew that thing was so expensive and took it. But again, I have relatives and friends and things like that have said, hey, you need to have nicer luggage. You need to have this. I don't believe in stuff like that, because every time I've seen luggage, it gets thrown around, and I would rather spend less money on something that's going to get damaged than something monogrammed with my name on it. Okay.
Well, and I think in that case, you and I are very practical in that it's a container for my clothes. Now, I might spend more money on the clothes that are in there by far
suits and jackets and stuff like
than
that.
the bag that it's in. But as long as the bag protects those clothes, I don't care. Having somebody's initials on it or something of this nature, just there's no value to me.
What's the figure? Is it $100? Is it $500? Is it $1,000?
I think
What
it's a
is
discussion.
it? Yeah. What's the discussion?
Yeah.
How much is it that you can spend on your own without pissing somebody else off? And again, I have, someone that I'm dating, and like we're out at a hotel, and it's like, okay, go buy yourself something, go have fun. And it's, and still we have that conversation.
But you see, I think
if you spend a couple $100, that's fine. Okay.
So let's back into this a little bit, because we started off, we talked about roommates. Well, roommate situation.
Well, the roommate situation,
that's a totally different
that dynamic is totally different. But I've seen people go, "Hey, I went and bought a big screen TV for $3,500," and I'm like, tell him he's an idiot. That thing's on sale for $900. So that's not fair to do that to somebody.
I don't think it's fair as say you and I are roommates and you show up with a $3,500 flat screen and I go, I don't have $1,800 to give you for a flat screen. Right. And if I move out next month because, you're a slob and I'm not, who gets the TV?
Right.
It's like, no. That roommate situation is a whole different beast. And that's a discussion you should have with your roommates. And
dating someone, it's like, oh my gosh, I just know somebody who's getting married right now, and they're engaged, and he keeps spending money on different things, improvements to his truck. And I'm like, I went to my buddy and I said, I think your son's going to start having these conversations with his fiance.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to have to learn. It's like, when? And it hasn't been one thing. It's been like 5 things he's done major purchases on that they didn't even have a conversation first.
Wow. And that's, here again, we talk about relationships and dating and communication, but money is one of the biggest issues that any relationship will go through.
Absolutely. It's what people fight over the most.
Yeah.
And again, as the economy takes a turn, you're going to have more and more people that are going to have problems with this. And the one thing that, there's a lot of people that were too young to live through the last economic downturn.
Correct. Yep.
And they were kids, they were in high school, or they were living with their parents, and they don't realize how bad this is going to get, because this is going to get, I think it's going to be significantly worse than last time. And whether you believe that or not, that's your own deal.
You and I have had this discussion. It's going to be worse, but it's going to be different, because we're going to see different things happen than we saw in the last downturn. And with the Gen X community and everything else who's going to go through this for the first time, there's going to be a reaction. And I don't think they're going to react well, because they're used to getting anything they want immediately. And there's going to be some challenges, some serious challenges, financially, emotionally, economically.
Absolutely. You're going to have friends that you didn't realize were spread really thin financially, and they're going to break up over what's about to happen. And you're going to see a lot of things like that go down.
So do us a big favor. If you're thinking about buying something big, send us a note, send us a comment. Dan and I will tell you yay or nay.
Yeah, that's good.
Because we are a disinterested third party, but
Absolutely.
We will tell you, look, that makes sense. You might need that. That's going to add value to your life if the economy takes a dive. We're also going to say, are you kidding me? What do you need another iPhone for? You've got 4 of them.
Right.
What is, Dan and I have talked about this today. What does a $10,000 mountain bike mean to me today? What does that mean? It means I got $10,000 less in the bank. I'm not buying a $10,000 mountain bike.
Right.
Why? I have a perfectly good one. As you know, I spent $1,000 on it. I told you earlier.
Yeah.
So why do I need a $10,000 bike?
That's the thing. It's like, I really am curious as to what people's number is. What's the number that you could spend that she wouldn't be upset? And I have a buddy that says his is $500 because he's mentioned that to me.
Sure.
And
But it sounds like you probably had a conversation.
Well, his wife says, as long as he doesn't do it 3 times in one day, I'm going to not have a problem with that. And she talks just like that too.
Well, but she has a good point. Let's put some parameters on it. $500 a month. Every couple of months, whatever. It's a treat. Okay, it's treating yourself. It's not a daily habit.
Yeah. Exactly.
And if you get a $500 a day habit, please get help.
Exactly.
Please.
Junkie. Okay.
And even if it's a crypto habit, get help.
Please don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share the videos with all your friends and family. And if you want to get a hold of us, what's the email address?
Danielthomasshow at yahoo.com.
You like saying it that way.
I do too.
I always do that. Yeah. Okay. We will see you guys very soon.
Thanks for watching.
So what do you think? Was that a great episode?
Did you see the last episode? Really? This one? I don't know.